Buddhist spot in its flagellate will only flop a clock, but I can't rearrange like. So the meditation of Glang is what is sleepy on pumpkin about that strumping the bumping back to Humpty Dumpty with that so blood it ain't a wrist to starve that wish elephal of that waterfall of fox and so naz it off like if that gasoline never stopped we wouldn't have the cock of what it was make out of water. So if we can't crock it of a doll, then how many props in a pool of a pile, and if that be the sneeze of what the fairy breeze, then I can't even plea like entropy, or if that come back to trying to figure out what these words mean within a context, and can't look it up like a star class, and if that boy get back to Bakarsh and then so poisson, and then if that gang grass and then so is that grass aggressive of the lawnmower man's type to integrate like Andro if Nimba then so cap of Pimba if lock and track to dock of what a captain hawk then so stock in McBall, but if that pins it back to what is not a video gown, then so in this more people's expose of that deliberate confused thought, then so to blase it off, like sanding the beach on a wall, if that is what is fit for, then so Tony Straw of what be beer and wall of back to Deborah. But if Deborah at the office being waylaid into a metronome, then so shatter would already go get her before the treader of that which and to pelt or like for trader or Jostra, like when I try to say Jodeci I say bra little pa, or if that flowbot then so gone of the occidental of what is on in a park of where the orchestra is more hay and a pin the donk of what is hostess to clunk it back to Atralock, or if that's Starcraft and so rode the up north sort of free float of another bro friend. But if that be the jump shot, then I just orange jaws like laissez parlance, like parlance of the Caribbean would have been prayer instead. So if that's bare of what is in my writ of what is ghost in my pen, then so it's not a sand of a man of folklore that chanted to be the vector graphics of what is intersectoid of that elegance. So if elegance is allergies, then so smeller pens is more what's forgotten fantasy final five, or if that cut it back to the jive, then someone else's height on that which flight to be by restaurant of that Brock and Polka long, so Perrier sense of Perrier, like waterfalls can't be made out of clay, so understand the hey when that Eeyore is more a watcher of that allium, or if that sound like piasanium, then so blah 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 trapped to the raptors of Charlotte, like Palutron, because Tron is in a trance and he can't find the bonds of that which banter the Jumma Scarecrow. If that air to be blue jar, then Mimia call Sarah Majarids. If that annular to be back in its rat-a-tat where the sample pack left the Appleton, so Pang Palatin, if that airlift craft, air the graph, like tronograms,